Good evening, everyone. I apologize for the slight delay. The executive session of the Wayne Board of Education regular meeting of May 21st, 2026 was convened in the conference room of the Wayne Board of Education, 15 Ellis Drive, Wayne, New Jersey. Statement of compliance setting forth date, time, and location was read in requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act. The roll call was taken. The meeting is now being reconvened. Please stand for the flag salute, followed by a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. All right, recognitions.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would like to remind everyone that even though it was last week, it was Special Education Week in New Jersey. That took place from May 10th to May 16th. There are over 240,000 children in the state of New Jersey classified under special education with an IEP. And I'd just like to recognize our staff here at our Wayne Township Public Schools who do an amazing job with our special needs population. There are families that give so much to the children with special needs and the students themselves, but as an educational leader, spending time in the classrooms, spending time in those classrooms where teachers have different methodologies, like being part of the behavioral plans and putting all the measures in place to make sure that our students stay on task. You know, sometimes you're there and students are timed and rewards are put in place after only a few seconds just to keep the students on task because of the needs that are there. And so much hand-to-hand requirements to keep these students on task. And it is really heartbreaking sometimes to be in the classroom if you're not used to it. And I know I couldn't do it. I know that we have very special gifted teachers who take that lead every day, and paraprofessionals that take that lead every day to work with these exceptional children, to be the lifeline to their parents of what's going on during the course of the day. So I'm very grateful for the staff and what they do, and they're an exceptional part of our community and make us richer and make us better. So I just want to take the time with the board to recognize Special Education Week here in New Jersey. We also want to take this time to, I'm going to probably transfer over there to the dais because we have some recognition for.
Yeah.
You know,
Can we just read a resolution in for Special Ed Week?
Sure. Please do that while I transfer over
Mr.
there.
Alquin?
All right, the Wayne Township Board of Education resolution recognizing Special Education Week in New Jersey. Whereas Special Education Week in New Jersey is recognized from May 10th through May 16th, 2026 as a time to honor the achievements of students who receive special education services and to recognize the dedicated professionals and families who support them. And whereas the Wayne Township Board of Education recognizes that every student has unique strengths, abilities, and potential, and that all students deserve access to meaningful educational opportunities, appropriate support, and a school environment where they are valued and respected. And whereas special education programs and services in the Wayne Township Public Schools help students grow academically, socially, emotionally, and personally, while supporting their independence, confidence, and long-term success. And whereas the board recognizes the hard work and commitment of the special education teachers, general education teachers, paraprofessionals, child study members, related service providers, administrators, nurses, counselors, support staff, and all others who work each day to meet the individual needs of our students. And whereas the board also recognizes the important role of parents and families whose advocacy, partnership, trust, and support are essential to the success of students receiving special education services. And whereas the Wayne Township Board of Education remains committed to supporting inclusive practices, appropriate programs, strong communication, and continued collaboration among students, families, staff, and the community. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Wayne Township Board of Education hereby recognizes May 10th through May 16th, 2026 as Special Education Week in New Jersey, and extends its sincere appreciation to all students, families, educators, and staff who make special education as essential as a part of the Wayne Township Public Schools. And be it further resolved that the board celebrates the accomplishments of our students and reaffirms its commitment to providing all students with the support, respect, and opportunities they need to succeed.
Thank you.
So, as a representative speaking for the board, and I know the board has the same level of respect and appreciation for our two outgoing student representatives, I would like them to come and join me at the dais as we recognize them. We have for each of you, Zach and Caitlin, if you can come on over. We have a memento to thank you, an award for your contributions to our board and to our community through all of your work. The board also wanted to wish you well and congratulate you as you graduate high school, put you on your way with a nice Amazon gift card.
Thank you so much.
It helped
Thank you guys. Thank you.
I know as a father of a fourth son going into college, those Amazon lights that go around the ceiling of your dorm room don't buy themselves. So hopefully that'll come in handy for you. Zach, he's leaving us to go to Bucknell University in the fall, where he'll be majoring in finance and minoring in real estate. And Caitlin will be attending the University of Illinois at Champaign this fall, where she'll be majoring in engineering. What a great accomplishment for both of you. Thank you so much. So, I know I prepared you with some questions about your experiences here, so if you each take a turn to come up and answer them, I'll step out of the way.
Thank you.
So Zach, you can answer first. How has serving as a student representative encouraged you to serve your community in the future?
So serving here, it showed me how much has, so serving here showed me how much goes into the behind the scenes of everything from pre-K through 12th graders, and there's really so much work that goes behind everything, from every one of you to the superintendent to all the representatives here, that we don't see as students, and it just gave me such a great view into this, and I'm truly blessed to have the opportunity to come here each month and observe this.
Okay. Thank you. Same question to you, Caitlin.
Serving as a student representative, I've gotten to really experience a lot of different perspectives from different students. And I've really learned about advocating for someone bigger than myself in a bigger community. So I hope when I go to college, I can use what I've learned here. And I want to help the kids in the nearby high schools, middle schools, elementary schools by my college, because I'm really grateful for the education that this school board's given me and all the other students in the town, and watching every month as people come here to rally for their different ideas and all that they want, and just getting to see our community work together. I want to build that community in other places too.
All right, so why don't you stay there, and I'll do the second question if you get answered first. So after continuing with your education, when you're finished, how do you think you can come back and give back to your community?
After completing my education, I'd want to come back to help younger students, because I know what it's like to not feel like you can't do something. I want to make sure all students feel supported, that their creativity, their needs, their wants, they have no bounds. I've been one of 2 girls on our robotics team. I know what it's like to not feel like you belong, and no kid should feel like that. I want every kid to feel like whatever their dreams are, art, cooking, engineering, anything, I want them to belong. And I want them to build confidence.
Excellent. Thank you. Zach, same question to you. How will you give back to the community after returning from school?
So honestly, the best thing I could do is come back and maybe be a superintendent or a board member. But on a more serious note, I just hope that I can use the skills and education I've gained through my experience here to just give back through like volunteering experiences, community projects, or even just speaking to students about future opportunities, because there's so many things to do, and I would love to be the vessel that helps them and lets them know what they can do and all the opportunities they have in Wayne and everything that everybody here fuels and helps create.
Amazing. Thank you. So don't go anywhere yet, because I have a surprise question for you, too. But I do want to say this, because you're going to Bucknell. It's just interesting.
Yeah.
When I first became superintendent here, you're like one of the first students I came across. You came over, you introduced yourself, and you played line for the football team. Big kid, and going to Bucknell. This past weekend, one of the first students I ever came across, just like that, played line for the football team in my previous school district, went to Bucknell, and I just saw him this past weekend. He's now finishing as a physician's assistant. So it was just amazing that I just caught up with him after so many years, and you're going to Bucknell as well. So, one last question,
Yep.
because you guys are great at answering questions, and it really shows how wonderful our school system and our staff prepares our students for the future. Just give me your favorite high school memory.
Wow.
But Caitlin gets a little extra time to think about it.
My favorite high school memory is probably, it has to be involved with football, because I've spent so much time like playing football and all my energy year round. It's a year round sport for us. I think my favorite memory is probably going to Las Vegas our junior year. I think every single day hanging out with my friends there, it was just the most fun I've ever had, and I can't even pinpoint a moment within that, but we were so lucky to have that opportunity, and that can also be attributed to the Board of Education and everything that we get from this Wayne school system. It was just some of the greatest times I've ever had, and I cherish those memories.
Okay, come on over this way. We'll let Caitlin answer that question.
All right, it's kind of hard. I think that my favorite moment would be when I was a junior and I went to DECA States for the first time. Because it was really fun to kind of be on your own, and you were still in a learning environment, and you got to try all these new things, but you didn't have a teacher, and you didn't have your parents, but you were just going to these events. You were professional, you met new people, you interviewed, and I felt like that was a time where I got to really learn about myself and about like the business process, the interviewing process, anything like that. I got to experience it with my best friends, and it was really an amazing experience that I'm glad other students get to have even when I leave. I know we're literally planning a DECA day to teach kids so that more kids can go to States, because it really helps our students and they love it. So that was probably my favorite part.
Okay, so don't go anywhere. One more. Just one more. 'Cause you're so good at this. So, you know my mantra this year is way better than Wayne. All right? So, you had a choice to make a few years back, 4 years back. You know, I'm sure there's lots of places you could have gone to high school. Tell anyone listening why it was way better for you to go to Wayne Hills or Wayne Valley. Why is it way better to go to Wayne here, and why should they make that same decision?
So as the youngest of 3 brothers, I kind of had no choice. But every single thing that they told me about Wayne Hills, and I'm sure this can also apply to Wayne Valley, it just proved that it was the best option for me. And Wayne Hills and Wayne Valley are successful each year at sending students to the top schools and putting students in the best industries possible and continuously leading students to whatever job they would like after their education is finished. And it prepared me so well for my future endeavors, and I think that there's no other place I would have want to go than Wayne Hills.
Great answer, thank you.
Okay, for me, I think that Wayne Valley, I would always choose it. I would never choose Wayne Hills, though. And I think that Wayne Valley would always be the best decision for me because of how diverse everything that you can do is. There's so many opportunities for so many different types of students. I know we have an amazing auto program. Yesterday we had a whole car show, actually. And then we have a child development program where I know girls who really want to be teachers and they love it and they go teach their students. And then I know the physics program, we have the business program. We have so many different avenues for students to go down. I know kids that love theater, I know kids that love cooking. There's literally everything. And I don't think I might have been given this at a particular school that focused on one area. I think we're good at sports, I think we're good at academics, I think we're a community, we build community, and we have people that love it here, so I think I would always pick it.
Great job. Thank you so much. Enjoy your gifts. Thank you so much.
Guys, on behalf of the board, I want to express our thanks for all the time you put in here, your efforts, and the maturity that you brought to the role. You attended a lot of meetings, and I'm sure you both had a ton of other things going on in your lives that you'd rather be at. But thank you for being the voice of your schools and sharing with us about your schools and what's happening in your schools, so we get a better understanding of the student experience. Because when we understand, that helps us in the decisions we have to make up here. Thank you. I wish you both the best of luck, and I'm sure you'll be very successful in the future. Thank you.
I just have a few more things, Mr. President.
Go ahead.
Okay. As part of the superintendent's report, and I'll just roll right into that, I did want to state that, yes, I did attend that auto show as well. It was a combined show of automotive students from Wayne Valley and Wayne Hills, really quite impressive. I didn't get a chance to put on my social media yet, but I will. I'm so impressed by their students that use that creativity, that drive, and I think Caitlin said it best, is there's so many opportunities for our students, and some students like to go into high school, look for opportunities that will bring them into the college careers. Some will take opportunities that maybe to serve our nation. Others will go into the vocational technology positions, and every one of those opportunities or choices that you make is a great investment in your future. One of the things I love to say about the auto programs and so forth, it's a great opportunity that can never, ever be shipped overseas. It can never be outsourced. You always will have to have someone hands-on to help fix your car, especially today's cars. It used to be, I'd get under my car and I was a young guy and I'd change the oil. I couldn't even find an oil filter on a car today without a lift and everything else, because there's just so much technology that goes into them. To have that skill set really means you're promised a career for the rest of your life. So I was a great showing at the auto program yesterday, and I was happy to be there. Something else a first for me this year as a superintendent, I've been to a Powder Puff game, but I've never been to an interscholastic New Jersey flag football game. And the game between Wayne Valley and Wayne Hills was amazing. These aren't just young ladies who are picking up a football for a hobby. These are athletes who showed true athleticism and motivation and drive and real skill sets out there. And I'm hooked. I can't wait to attend my next game. That was amazing. I also attended the co-ed Wayne Valley relays. That was great, seeing male athletes and female athletes in the area of track and field compete together. They did an amazing job. And I'm proud to say that I was asked to speak this year at the New Jersey School Administrators Association conference in Atlantic City, where Daisy was with me, and we presented on the use of canines in the school communities. And it was a really sad but tragic turnaround from that. Right from that presentation, I was contacted by school leaders in Brick, and they had a real Brick Township had a tragedy where a student, middle school student, was run over. Actually, it was I think it was a freshman, was run over by a junior racing to get to school on time. So obviously tragic for all families involved, and they were looking for canines to help. And, while we weren't available, I was able to put them in the right direction, and they've had 2 days of grief counseling with the dogs there. But on a more positive note here at home, as we wind down and start looking at the conclusion of the 2025-26 school year, there's always transition, there's always change as people retire or move on to greater new positions. We've been looking at an HR leadership position. We've had interviews all week with some really top-notch candidates. We have some principal positions that are open, and we have over 100 applicants for these positions, which is a great thing because people see the stability here in Wayne. They see it as a great opportunity to further their career and bring education to young people. So something we're very proud of, and we look forward to bringing those names to you in a future meeting. Thank you. That concludes the superintendent's report.
Thank you. We'll have our student rep reports. Zach, you want to go first?
Okay, first we're going to do the donations from some of the donors in Wayne. First, from the Cazorla Family and Industrial Marine Corps to Randall Carter Elementary, they donated $1,000, so thank you to them. And Tracy Campana donated sensory toys, $50 worth of sensory toys to the Preakness Early Childhood Center. And the Anthony Wayne PTO donated $2,075 for the cost of buses for 6th graders, 7th graders, and 8th grade field trips to the Anthony Wayne Middle School.
Also, we would like to thank Lincoln Technical Institute for their $1,000 donation of automotive electrical training boards to Wayne Valley and Wayne Hills High School. We'd also like to thank Vinny's Pizzarama for their $200 donation to the class of 2028 for Wayne Valley High School. And finally, our thank you to our donor of Popcorn Board for their $500 donation to the Child Development class at Wayne Valley High School.
Okay, now for the good news from Wayne Hills. So Wayne Hills just celebrated Teacher Appreciation Week, which was planned and organized by the Executive Student Council. And on Monday, teachers received room service featuring their favorite snack, drink, and a chocolate bar. On Tuesday, postcards were given to each teacher with messages from 5 different students to showcase their appreciation. And the PTO generously catered lunch and a popcorn bar and concession stand. The entire staff was treated to a coffee cart on Wednesday, and the Leo Club dropped off letters and goodies for teachers to enjoy. Thursday featured the Wheel of Wonder, where every staff member spun the wheel to win a prize, and some even won a larger prize too. All prizes were donated by generous local businesses, and the foods class and LLD program also made pretzels, fried Oreos, crumb cake, and blondies to treat the staff. We ended the week with our annual breakfast for all of the staff members, which was co-sponsored by the National Honor Society, and a fun baby picture guessing game in partnership with Mr. Ruick. It was a wonderful week where all teachers and staff were celebrated for the impact they make on Wayne Hills each day. Wayne Hills Photography had 14 images recognized by Rowan University in their Wayne Hills High School photography contest. Their images will be printed and published in the university's publication, and select images will be on display in Rowan's art gallery. The head of Rowan's program went on to say, in reviewing thousands of entries, the work submitted by students from Wayne Hills High School stood out immediately for its artistic merit, technical strength, and conceptual depth. Congratulations to the girls and boys track teams for their performances at the North 1 Group 3 State Sectional Championships this past week. The following student athletes placed top 6 in their events and will be competing in the Group 3 State Championships at the end of the month. Kaja Lench won the girls' high jump and tied the school record with a height of 5 feet and 2 inches. Ashley White won second in javelin. Tanner Newman won second in the 400-meter dash. Sophia Echeverry had 4th place in the triple jump and 4th place in the long jump. Courtney Smalls placed 5th in the 400-meter hurdles and 5th in the 400-meter dash. Sabrina Wisniewski placed 6th in the 400-meter hurdle and 5th in the high jump. Lily Martinelli placed 6th in the 400-meter dash. And our boys 4x800 meter team of Michael Cantilli, Praneel Kumar, Ryan Lanfranc, and Tyler DeMarco reset the school record and placed 5th. And our girls 4x400 team of Lily Martinelli, Grace Satoro, Sabrina Wisniewski, and Courtney Smalls placed second. That's all the good news from Wayne Hills.
Okay. May has been an exciting and meaningful month at Wayne Valley so far. One of the highlights of our month was our annual Relay for Life event held on May 2nd. Students, staff, and community came together to raise over $30,000 in total for cancer research and patient support. The event featured food trucks, activities including a dunk tank and spike ball tournament, and concluded with a beautiful luminaria ceremony honoring those affected by cancer. We are also honored to have our Board of Education President, Don Pavlik, speak at the event. In student achievement news, senior Michael Deutsch received the 2026 Youth of the Year Award from the Boys and Girls Club of Northwest New Jersey. Michael was recognized for his reliability, adaptability, and leadership. He hopes to pursue a career in education in the future and become a teacher. Congratulations to Michael on this outstanding achievement. The Wayne Valley Photography Department earned national recognition this month, receiving 7 national awards along with $1,000 in cash prizes and photography equipment. Riley Fedor earned both a first place award and an honorable mention. Elif and Kinchi received 2 first place awards and 2 additional honorable mentions as well. Congratulations to all of our talented student photographers on their impressive achievements. Also, teacher Kate Pritchard earned a 3rd place award for herself. The auto program hosted its 20th annual car show on Wednesday, May 20th. The event brought together student, staff, and community members to celebrate the success and growth of the automotive program over the past 2 decades. In athletics, Wayne Valley boys lacrosse, volleyball, tennis, baseball, and girls flag football all qualified for the state tournament. Also, boys baseball won a share of Big North Conference Independence Division title. Congratulations to these teams on a successful season and best of luck as they continue in the postseason competition. Our April Athlete of the Month was also junior softball captain Annie Martin for her leadership and softball skills. We're so proud of all our athletes and all our students. That's all for Wayne Valley.
Thank you both. Any revisions to the agenda?
There are no revisions.
Thank you. At this portion of the meeting is open to citizens for comments on agenda items only. Residents are asked to state their name, address, and subject matter. Comments may be limited to 3 minutes per person. Members of the public are discouraged from speaking negatively about an employee or a student. The board bears no responsibility for The board bears no responsibility for comments made by the public. Comments regarding employees or students cannot be legally responded to by the board. Other comments may be responded to tonight or at a subsequent meeting under old business. Do I have a mover? Mrs. Lemandry, Mr. Agnes. Anyone from the public wishing to address an agenda item?
Seeing no one, move to close.
Those in favor? Mr. Paul. We have a couple of committees that met tonight. Mr. Prazakis?
Thank you. Tonight, the Facilities and Transportation Committee met. I was joined by Mr. Pavlak, Mr. Agnes, administrators Mrs. DeMarco, Mrs. Tibbetts, Mr. Skibitsky, and Mr. Geary. We didn't have any agenda items or potential agenda items tonight for facilities. We went over the meeting minutes for April 23rd. Once again, for the second meeting in a row, we discussed the use of the facilities addendum, 7510, use of facilities. We discussed the progress at Preakness for the interior alterations and the elevator lobby addition. So drop ceilings are going up, all the communication wiring is going in, but we're still working on the elevator shaft. The Wayne Hills High School domestic hot water replacement is finished. They just need to close up the documents, but it's up and operational. There's going to be PA system upgrades for Lafayette and Wayne Hills High School. They're designed and ready to go to be put in this summer. We went through department operations with updates and other topics. We're going to get new kitchen equipment for Pines Lake, Randall Carter, Ryerson, Anthony Wayne, George Washington, and Skylar Colfax. All this is purchased with funds from the Department of Agriculture. We also have funds from the Department of Agriculture to update the kitchen and cafe areas and put hydration station installations there where it's close enough to a kitchen. We, for the second meeting in a row, we also discussed the Skylar Colfax Middle School odor. If you recall, it was coming out of room 122. There was some rotting wood and, you know, some formerly flooded rooms there. So we're going to go through the whole building and take care of that situation. We went through the paving updates. So we're trying to, you know, get areas that are with the most traffic first due to the limited funds that we have. So be filling up potholes this summer. We then discussed transportation items. Tonight's agenda included the approval to dispose of obsolete and surplus equipment. So unfortunately, the town has had to sideline 10 buses where we had to retire or dispose of because they're rotting. You know, there's rust and rotting from the bottom, as has been previously mentioned. We went through the meeting minutes of April 23rd. We are receiving delivery of 2 new small vans that we ordered last year. So those are coming in, but we're still waiting on the 254 size ones. So it's still taking a while. There's still supply chain issues out there, and buses are more expensive. You know, the long buses are, we were just talking about, you know, how much new buses are costing. They're like $185,000 to $200,000 plus. So we also discussed, you know, do we go with propane versus diesel? You know, there's all these issues that we have to think about. So we discussed the summer routes and route picking. That'll be done by June 17th. We discussed about the special ed routes as well. Driver certification, we had there was a second meeting on the 9th to be in compliance with the new rules and regulations, even though you know, the ones that they held in September don't count. We're going to auction off the 10 buses to get some money back. And we discussed the bus, the band bus, which, you know, should be a retired bus by now. The Wayne Valley band bus needs to be replaced. We also talked about this upcoming week, there's an Islamic holiday, Eid al-Adha, May 26, 27, 28. So, you know, we may have an issue with the bus drivers. Also, we discussed how the Wayne Valley High School parking lot during dismissal is a little bit crazy, and there was a car accident today there. It's probably the 4th car accident that was there. A driver hit one of our buses, and their bumper was taken off. And we also talked about the possibility of a bus lottery. However, every seat seems to be assigned, so I'm not sure if that's going to happen. So, thank you. That's my report.
Mr. Faber?
The Communications Committee met tonight. It was myself, Mr. Heyman, and Mr. Cittadino. We reviewed the recent media coverage of the district, and we also reviewed surveys that will be going out to students, their families, and staff to get a sense of the climate at our district. Thank you.
This past weekend, I was part of the New Jersey School Board's delegate assembly down in West Windsor. There were this is where school boards can put forth resolutions to the New Jersey School Boards Association to get them to advocate for. The Sea Caucus Board of Education submitted a resolution to school boards to the delegate assembly. The resolution addresses the lack of local representation, transparency, and fiscal predictability with county vocational schools and ask for a seat at the table to review costs, potential projects that are coming up for the district. This way, there's some representation for the sending districts who contribute tuition. For every student that goes to Passaic County Tech, the district has to pay tuition for that student. A lot of people don't realize that. The other resolution that passed is the pilot program. That's payment in lieu of taxes. Towns and cities can go out and make deals with developers and say, okay, we're going to set up, here's how much you're going to pay us instead of paying the normal tax rate. And they can set that up. What this resolution does, it asks that the delegated funds also be included for the school district to offset any students that will be coming out of those the program, and any potential increases in enrollment, which does not happen now. Okay. Do I have a mover for the agenda? Mr. Alaquin, Mr. Agnes, any comments? See none, roll call, please.
Yes.
Mr. Heyman?
Yes.
Mrs. Lemandry?
Yes.
Mr. Paul?
Yes.
Mr. Prusakos?
Yes.
Mr. Agnes?
Yes.
Mr. Eloquin?
Yes.
And Mr. Pavlik?
Yes.
Motion carries.
We have some retirements. I'll start to my left.
I'm first today.
You're first.
I'll be reading on behalf of Linda Kistler. Ms. Kistler and family moved from Brooklyn, New York to Hicksville, New York, where Linda spent many of her formative years, not just as a child, but as an adult who moved away from home and then returned home quite a few times. Linda has always been proud that she and the musical artist Billy Joel grew up in Hicksville, although their paths never crossed. Before moving to New Jersey, Linda successfully completed a Master of Science in Education with a specialization in reading with distinction in May 1989 from Hofstra University. Ms. Kistler moved to New Jersey. Before joining the public school system, Ms. Kistler held a number of adjunct faculty positions at Sussex County Community College and Ramapo University. She taught a variety of courses from basic skills reading to College English 1, as well as the teaching of reading in the special education classroom. Ms. Kistler is most proud of her time as the acting summer reading coordinator for the Ramapo University's Summer Educational Opportunity Fund program. It was during this position that she not only taught classes in reading, but held an administrative role requiring the hiring of adjuncts, tutors, and the overall responsibilities that involve students and staff. In 1999, there was a strong drive for reading specialists throughout New Jersey. Ms. Kistler was initially hired as a 6th grade reading teacher at Schuyler Colfax Middle School. She then transferred to Anthony Wayne Middle School during its inaugural year as a 6th grade reading teacher. The curriculum changed, and English and reading teachers became ELA teachers in an 80-minute block. Ms. Kistler transitioned at Anthony Wayne Middle School from 6th grade ELA to 7th grade ELA, which is her current position. At the same time, Ms. Kistler has been an adjunct faculty member at William Patterson University. Ms. Kistler believes that teachers of any grade are to be respected, but middle school teachers have to have a special appreciation for children in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. What has been most important to Ms. Kistler is her drive to connect with her students and to demonstrate to her students that what we learn in ELA is not contained to our 80 minutes worth of time together. What we learn in ELA can be extended to their real-world experiences, and that story is the heart of our origins, who we are. She adamantly encourages her students to listen to the stories that others want to share with them, and to know that we all have stories, so never hesitate to share theirs. Ms. Kistler and her eloquent emails will truly be missed at Anthony Wayne. She has been such an integral part of the community since its inception. We wish her well on her next journey, and know that she will fill her time with her love of reading and writing. Mishka, her dog, will be elated that they finally get to go on extended walks, and he will thoroughly enjoy that she's home with him on a daily basis. Congratulations on an outstanding career, and know that you always have a special place in the hearts of your Anthony Wayne family.
Thank you. Mr. Agnes?
I'll be reading for Miss Kathy Tallarico.
After 20 years of dedicated service as a paraprofessional with the Wayne Township Board of Education, we proudly celebrate the extraordinary impact of Kathy Tallarico and the countless lives she has touched throughout her career. For 15 years at Ryerson and 5 years at Lafayette, Kathy has been a constant source of compassion, positivity, and unwavering support for students, staff, and families. Her kindness, patience, and dedication have made her a trusted and beloved presence in every school community fortunate enough to work alongside her. At Ryerson, Kathy has gone above and beyond each day to support students and staff in any way needed. As a paraprofessional, she has played an essential role in helping students grow academically, socially, and emotionally, always ensuring they felt safe, valued, and supported. She brings warmth and encouragement and calm, caring presence to every interaction, and her ability to connect with children and families has made a lasting difference in so many lives. Kathy's dedication to children extends far beyond the school day. In addition to all she has done within Wayne Township, she has devoted herself to supporting children as the director of Camp Sunshine and Camp Snowflake in Ridgewood. Through these programs, Kathy has created joyful, inclusive, and meaningful experiences for countless children and families, further reflecting her lifelong passion for helping every child feel accepted, supported, and successful. Throughout her career, Kathy has been an incredible teammate, a caring friend, a true advocate for children. She has always been willing to lend a helping hand, offer support, and do whatever is needed for the good of the students and colleagues alike. Her impact on both Ryerson and Lafayette, as well as the broader community through her camp leadership, will continue to be felt for many years to come. While her retirement is so well deserved, Kathy's presence will be deeply missed. We are incredibly grateful for her 20 years of service, dedication, and heart. We wish her endless happiness, health, and joy in her next chapter.
Mr. Alkin.
Kim Matisich. After many years of dedicated service, we would like to congratulate Kim Matisich on her upcoming retirement. Kim is a truly special paraprofessional whose kindness, patience, and support have made a lasting impact on the students and staff of our school community. Throughout her time at the elementary level, she consistently created a welcoming and supportive environment where children felt cared for, encouraged, and understood. Her calm presence, positive attitude, and a willingness to help wherever needed made her an invaluable part of the school family. Beyond the daily responsibilities of the classroom, she built a meaningful relationship with students and colleagues alike, always putting children first and helping them grow with confidence. Her compassion, flexibility, and commitment to helping every child succeed will be remembered by all who had the privilege of working alongside her. While she will be greatly missed, we are excited for her as she begins this well-earned next chapter filled with relaxation, joy, and new adventures. We thank her for the countless ways she made our school a better place and wish her all the best in her retirement.
Mrs. Lemandry.
I am reading about Karen Messer-Cola. For nearly 4 decades, Karen Messer-Cola has dedicated her life to education, compassion, and the belief that every student deserves someone who sees their potential. From her very first day substituting at Park Ridge High School in 1986 and stepping in to help while her mom recovered from surgery, Karen began what would become an extraordinary career defined by flexibility, resilience, and heart. Over the years, Karen taught every grade level imaginable, from pre-kindergarten through high school seniors. Her journey brought her from Emerson Senior High School, where she taught English and journalism and coached boys tennis, to Charles De Wolfe Middle School in Old Tappan, where she spent many years inspiring students through English and reading instruction. When life called her to focus on family after her oldest son's autism diagnosis, Karen answered with the same love and devotion she always brought to teaching. Eventually, she returned to education, continuing to make a difference in special education at Dogwood Hill Elementary School in Oakland, and later at Schuyler Colfax Middle School, where for more than a decade, she supported students across English, science, and social studies classrooms. Karen's career has never been defined simply by subjects taught or years served. It has been defined by patience, kindness, adaptability, humor, and unwavering dedication to students of all abilities and backgrounds. Being tenured in 3 separate school districts speaks not only of her skill as an educator, but to the respect and admiration she earned everywhere she went. Now, after years of early mornings, lesson plans, meetings, grades, and caring deeply for generations of students, Karen begins a well-earned new chapter. Retirement for her will be filled with boating, skiing, snowshoeing, hiking with her dog, relaxing poolside, learning Japanese and French, taking drum lessons, mastering mahjong, enjoying time with friends, and finally sleeping past 5 a.m. Karen, your impact reaches far beyond the walls of any classroom. The students you encouraged, the colleagues you supported, and the families you helped will carry your influence for years to come. Congratulations on your retirement. May this new adventure bring you the same joy, fulfillment, and inspiration that you gave so generously to others throughout your remarkable career.
Mr. Pizakis.
Anna Maria Ruth. After 11 years as a valued member of the Ryerson family, we proudly celebrate the retirement of Anna Maria Ruth and the incredible impact she has had on our students, staff, and community. Throughout her time at Ryerson, Anna Maria served first as a paraprofessional before becoming both a second grade and kindergarten teacher, bringing dedication, warmth, and an unwavering love for children to every role she held. Anna Maria is truly the epitome of what a kindergarten teacher should be. She has a remarkable gift for creating a classroom filled with joy, kindness, patience, and wonder, where every child feels safe, loved, and excited to learn. Her nurturing nature and gentle guidance helped countless young learners build confidence, independence, and a love for school from their very first experiences in the classroom. She understood the importance of the little moments, the hugs, encouragement, celebrations, and reassurance, and those moments made a lifelong impact on her students and families. Before joining Ryerson, Anna Maria dedicated herself to education as a teacher in Philadelphia and as a teacher's assistant at IHM, experiences that helped shape the compassionate and talented educator we have all come to know and admire. Her years of experience, combined with her natural ability to connect with children, made her an extraordinary presence in our school community. Throughout her career, Anna Maria has been a supportive colleague, a caring mentor, and a positive influence on everyone around her. She consistently went above and beyond for her students and was deeply committed to helping each child feel successful, valued, and loved. Her classroom was always a place filled with warmth, laughter, creativity, and learning. While her retirement is incredibly well-deserved, Anna Maria's presence will be deeply missed at Ryerson. The love and care she poured into her students and our school community over the past 11 years will leave a lasting legacy for years to come. We are so grateful for her dedication and wish her endless happiness, health, and joy in this next chapter.
Thank you. Finally, I have Sue Kaplan. After 35 years of teaching, where she has spent the last 26 years shaping the young minds of her students in the Wayne Township, Sue Kaplan leaves behind a legacy that will be felt for generations. As a fifth grade teacher at James Fallon, Mrs. Kaplan has dedicated her professional career to the social, emotional, and academic development and well-being of her students. She brought consistency, compassion, and high expectations into the classroom each day, nurturing confidence, curiosity, and kindness in every child. She exemplifies the professionalism that every teacher aspires to have as an educator. Known for her patience, creativity, and unwavering support, Mrs. Kaplan created a classroom where students felt safe to take risks and grow. While colleagues admired her generosity and her expertise, her impact extends far beyond the classroom, living on in the countless students and community members she has influenced. She will be forever a vital member of the James Fallon family, and while she will be deeply missed, we wish her a joyful and well-deserved retirement filled with happiness and relaxation. Just on a personal note, both my daughters had Mrs. Kaplan as the fifth grade teacher, and I can tell you everything we talked about here about generosity, about nurturing, is Sue Kaplan. And that is a credit to her and what she gave to each and every student she had. At this point, we're going to open to the meeting, to the public for general comments. This portion of the meetings is open to citizens for comments on any topic. Residents are asked to state their names, address, and subject matter. Comments may be limited to 5 minutes per person. Members of the public are discouraged from speaking negatively about an employee or student. The board bears no responsibility for comments made by the public. Comments regarding employees or students cannot be legally responded to by the board. Other comments may be responded to tonight or at a subsequent meeting under old business. Do I have a mover?
Move.
Mr. Pizzacos, Mr. Agnes. Anyone from the public wishing to speak? Thank you.
Hello, my name is Pranil Kumar, and I currently reside in 11 Gannett Court. I have been recently elected as the Wayne Hills HOSA chapter co-president for the 2026-27 school year. Pursuing a career in healthcare is arguably one of the most difficult paths for a high school student to pursue, and HOSA is an invaluable club that gives students exposure to the fields of healthcare with volunteer opportunities, mentor talks, conferences, and so much more. Competitions are at the forefront of what it means to be a member of HOSA, but the club is so much more than simply that. It serves as a way for high school students to connect and speak with other like-minded individuals on the same path as them. HOSA also solidifies students' interests and ensures that the field of medicine is really what they want to pursue, and the club has already been extremely successful. In only its first year as a club, the Wayne Hills chapter pulled in more than 50 members, had an international competitor, had numerous state and regional awards, and had multiple guest speakers with healthcare professions. My personal experiences with HOSA when I was a freshman have also been extremely positive, as a welcoming club that allowed me to solidify my passions in the field of healthcare, providing me with plenty of opportunities to make connections. We have recently acquired funding for the club to offer a paid position for the advisor. However, despite our best efforts, HOSA has remained inactive for the entire year. I am very confident that the Wayne Board of Education will always do the best for the high school student body. And I now turn the mic over to Naya, my co-president, to further discuss the challenges our club faces in acquiring an advisor, our school board, and solutions in which we plan to address these challenges with your help. HOSA truly means a great deal to the current members, and is a great opportunity for future members to be a part of as well. Thank you for listening, and we look forward to your support.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Naya Fernandez, and I reside at 3 Wheeler Road, and I am co-president-elect of the Wayne Hills HOSA chapter for the upcoming school year. As Pranil explained, HOSA has had a significant impact on Wayne Hills students even in its first year as an active chapter. The Board of Education has already demonstrated its support for these opportunities by strongly supporting funding for a paid officer position, a paid advisor position, and we are extremely grateful for that support. Yet, despite these efforts, our chapter has remained inactive as we have been unable to secure a new advisor. Throughout this past year, the former presidents and I have contacted numerous teachers who initially expressed sincere interest in taking on this role. However, after further discussion with the school administration, they returned discouraged and ultimately declined. As student leaders, this continuous setback has placed us in a very difficult position. We are passionate about reviving HOSA at Wayne Hills, but without an advisor, we are unable to do so. That is why we are proposing the creation of a joint HOSA chapter between Wayne Hills and Wayne Valley High School. We believe that this is a practical and effective solution that would allow Hills students to regain access to the opportunities that Valley students currently have via their active chapter. Joint extracurriculars are not new to Wayne. Activities such as FBLA and ice hockey have operated efficiently with this approach. A combined HOSA chapter would similarly represent Wayne as a whole, uniting students across the district who share interests in healthcare, science, leadership, and community service. In practice, this proposal would require relatively limited adjustments, primarily providing Hills students with access to the payment portal, as well as transportation for conferences. Wayne Hills parents support the district's educational programs through their taxes, under the impression that their children will have equal access to the career development opportunities that are already available to students at Wayne Valley. The students of Wayne Hills deserve nothing less. This is an organization that offers unique opportunities, fostering long-term success for our future healthcare professionals, such as the students behind me. We ask for your support in creating a solution that will benefit the students of Wayne Hills for years to come. Thank you so much for your time, consideration, and continued support of our students.
Thank you. Anyone else from the public wishing to speak?
Seeing no one, move to close.
Mr. Faber? Mr. Paul? Any old business? Any new business? Board member comments? Mr. Pizzacos?
I just wanted to thank everyone for coming tonight, and thank you to our student representatives. Good luck, all the best. I know we talked about it. Our president spoke on our behalf, but just felt like saying it myself. Thank you to the HOSA group here. You know, we always hear, you know, issues and problems, but, you know, what I've encouraged people to do is come here, tell us the problem, and give us a solution. So I thank you for bringing that suggestion. I mean, I think we're all on board with, if there's something at Wayne Valley High School, there should be something at Wayne Hills High School, and vice versa. So I think that sounds like a great solution that I'd be supportive of, combining the groups.
Mrs. Lemandry?
I too just want to say thank you, Zach and Caitlin. I wish you guys all the best. You're remarkable. And the way you spoke tonight and answered those questions off the cuff, amazing. So mature and just, I love that. Thank you so much. That was so encouraging for us up here. And also to the HOSA Club, definitely. I'm a healthcare professional, and there is a huge need. There is camaraderie. There is all different kinds of things you could combining the two high schools. We'll see what happens. The administration is aware now, and so are we as a board. So I'm looking forward to a little bit of a further discussion about that. Also, as we enter into Memorial Day weekend, I would be amiss not to mention this holiday and the importance of it. So while we're preparing to celebrate at backyard barbecues, maybe at the beach, whatever it is, with your friends and your family, I encourage you guys to take a moment to remember how we got to where we are and the sacrifices that were made, and remember the red, white, and blue. I don't know, I grew up in a very patriotic family, and it was always like, you know, take a moment and just think and remember. So I encourage everybody to do that. And as a mom, I encourage my children to do the same thing, and we remember the sacrifices of the people who aren't with us anymore, who maybe died on the battlefield or whatever, and we remember the people who are currently serving in foreign nations to keep us safe here in America. So I'm grateful for that sacrifice, and I thank you all for being here tonight.
Mr. Faber?
Zach, Caitlin, thank you very much. It's been great having you. Best of luck to you guys. I'm interested in the HOSA thing. I have selfish reasons. I'm getting old and I need more doctors. So we got to make sure that, you know, we get some good people in Wayne, because, you know, I can feel the aches and pains right now. So if we could look into that further, I'd appreciate it. And, you know, I didn't even think about the Memorial Day thing, but that's actually a really great point. I mean, it's everything that we have here is because of everything that's come before us. So it's really something when you stop and think about it. As much as there's differences and stuff, we still live in the best country in the world, and we have access to things that many other people don't. So something to think about.
Yeah, and the education that you guys are getting here is one of those things, right? That it's a privilege to have.
So
And healthcare too.
thank you.
Yeah, I'll start with Memorial Day myself. I asked my son about it, and he assured me that it was covered in school. As a matter of fact, he even knew about the name change back in the 70s, which I forgot about, so they're doing a good job there. To Zach and Caitlin, great job giving us reports every month and everything. Zach, did you say you're going for finance? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to give you your first finance lesson. You ready? Dave, no offense, you're doing a great job, but you mentioned going after his job and ours. Take his. He gets paid a little more. All right? And to Caitlin, you're doing engineering, I know. Good luck to you. Maybe you'll be our engineer when we do additions on the schools one day. And I see our board attorney give me a stink eye. I don't know if I could say that or not, but talk to Mr. Marco about the bidding rules and everything. There you go. Do your proposal. And to the students from HOSA, I was in Wayne Hills myself, 16 years old, when I joined the first aid squad, so I'm right there with you guys. I seem to remember that we have done something with the HOSA club, you know, from the first aid squad, so I'll be looking out for you guys for sure.
Anyone else? Well, I'll finish up. Caitlin, Zach, thank you again for everything. And Caitlin, just the Relay for Life, you and your leadership team did a phenomenal job. And it was a pleasure to be there to share my story about cancer with them and everybody there. The HOSA Club, guys, anything we can do for you, we will do. All right? We'll work on it. We have our union representatives here from the teachers union. I'm sure they'll help us out as well. But the administration knows about it now, and we'll stay on top of this, I promise you. This is our Memorial Day weekend coming up, and it's the unofficial beginning of summer and all those things, the barbecues and everything else. Well, weather-wise, not sure if that's going to happen. But it's a reminder about this country and about being free. It was earned and protected by the men and women of our armed forces who today are in harm's way. And still, they defend our country. We honor them, those who never came home. I know when we used to have the 8th grade trip, we used to go to Arlington Cemetery. And it just sends chills through you walking through the fields and fields of limestone gravestones and the changing at the tomb, the changing of the guard at the tomb of the unknown soldier. Their sacrifices, they represent the very best of our nation, the courage in the face of danger, the commitment to times of uncertainty, and the unwavering devotion to the ideals of liberty and democracy. So what I say to you, when you see a military veteran today, this weekend, anytime, just say thank you. Thank you for your service. Thank you for what you did, because we can never repay you the debt that we owe. And as long as we're here, we need to remember the price of freedom always carries a heavy price. And we want to carry those memories forward and never forget. God bless our fallen heroes, their families, our veterans, and our service people today. May God's light shine on them, and may they always be safe in what they do. I'll take a motion to adjourn. Mrs. Lemandry, Mr. Agnes. Thank you, everyone.